Hello, once again, I welcome you to Marriage Without Tears channel. Have you ever been in love to the level whereby the thoughts of your lover is what dominates your heart? You just can't seem to think of something else. Whether you're at home or in the office, it's all about him or her in your heart. As a matter of fact, 70 to 80 or even 90% of your heart is occupied by the thoughts of your loved ones, someone that you have so come to treasure, to the level whereby anytime you think of him or her, a smile crosses your face. It's just like you can't just get settled down. There is so much peace, there is so much joy inside of you. It's like some other person may say, "Oh, how come you are smiling?" And you say, "Am I actually smiling?" But it's a thought that is in your heart that is coming out on the outside. That is the kind of affection that we are talking about. When we talk about affectionate love in marriage, that's the kind of thing we are talking about. The kind of affection that is so deep down that is like it's an all-consuming passion. That is what we are talking about. And I tell you, it can be in any marriage. If the couple are proactive enough to begin to work at it and bring it to pass, it can actually be in any marriage. But I must also let you know that over a period of time in your marriage, possibly a lot of water has passed under the bridge, and such virtues, such joy, such love is no longer existent. That is the reason why we do programs like this. That's the reason why we do videos like this, to recreate that atmosphere. Even before you got wedded, you used to think like that. It used to be like that. But over a period of time, so many things has happened. I want you to know that that joy can be rekindled again. There can be such revival in your marriage again. Only if you can only pay attention and begin to work at some certain things we are going to say during the confine of this very particular production. Affectionate love is all about fondness. It's all about, it's a habitual thought in your heart. It's fondness. It's never letting go of that thought. I mean, you can make it happen in your marriage. Even as I'm speaking, you can make it happen in your marriage. But before we go further, I want you to look at the red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed to this awesome channel. It's a channel that has done a whole lot of good. If you can only listen to some of the things we have been saying on this channel and do some of it, I can tell you that your marriage and your family life will be totally revolutionized and revitalized to the glory of God. So click on this red button and get subscribed. What must a couple do to rekindle that affectionate love that was in their marriage from the word go? What can they do? The very first thing you need to do from now henceforth is to begin to think about the good sides of your spouse. Anytime you allow the good sides, the strengths of your spouse, her contributions or his contributions, whatever it is that makes you happy about your spouse, allow that thought to dominate you. Don't allow the negative side to dominate. I want to know also that in every individual, there are also some negative aspects of that individual. Don't allow that negativity to dominate your thoughts. Allow the good side of your spouse, her contributions, her good-naturedness, the way she loved you, the way she's always happy around you. Allow such thoughts to dominate your heart. Begin to look towards the strength of your spouse, not the weaknesses. And when you begin to do so, you realize that joy, it shall begin to come back gradually. The easiest way to do that is to begin to reminisce over the years. Over the years, there are, glorious years in your marriage. There are wonderful times in your marriage. There are those times when you can hardly sleep before you see one another. Such times do or existed at a particular point in time. Begin to reminisce over those years. As you begin to think of that, a particular thought will creep into your heart that will make you smile and that will make you begin to look at your spouse in a more positive way. I want to let you know that it can be done. Only if you can only just put your heart into it, it can be done. Affectionate love can be rekindled in a marital relationship. What is the second thing you can do? From now henceforth, no matter how terrible the situation may be, allow a smile to crisscross your face. I want to let you know that in whatever level you are, there are people that are worse off than you. There are people that are worse off than you. I know of people who have allowed the economic situation of the country to terminate their joy. I know of some people who have allowed some certain tendencies in their spouse to terminate their joy. I know some people who have allowed certain tendencies, even in their siblings or even in their in-laws, to terminate their joy. No, I want you to know that some of these things are distractions that is sent into your marriage to terminate the joy of your marriage. If you can only reason and begin to realize that that woman, that man chose you out of all the multiplicity of people upon the face of the earth and decided to tie a knot of marriage with you, then it will occur to you that of a truth, you have a life together. You have a partnership to run together. There is something joyful about your partnership. Begin to reason in that realm. If you can only do that, I can tell you right now that a lot of joy, a lot of revival will come inside of you. And you begin again to have that affection for your spouse. The third thing you can also do if you want to rekindle that affection in your marriage is to begin to communicate in a more positive way. I would like to tell you that thoughts, when it comes into words, the words you proclaim into your life, that you proclaim into your marriage, you proclaim into your situation, will eventually come to reality, because words are very, they are words are something let me tell you, words are important. Don't look down on the word that comes out of a man. The words are important. So the moment you change your word, you change your verbs, you change the character of your words, you change the demeaning nature with which you communicate, and begin to put a lot of positivism into the way you communicate with your spouse, I will tell you that all positive forces will come to add value to your marriage. The reality, my dear friends, is that affectionate love can actually be developed, and it can be rekindled in a relationship. Who says that you cannot go out there and do what you used to do while you were courting? You can court again. You can actually court again. Go out there, buy gifts for your husband, buy gifts for your spouse, buy gifts for your wife, buy gifts, come home, rejoice, hold her in your arms. Remember those anniversaries, those wedding anniversaries, child naming anniversaries, all manner of anniversaries, even the anniversaries you had when he or she was promoted at the workplace. Rekindle those moments. Buy gifts for one another. Treasure one another's company. Begin to see one another once again as partners on a mission. You can actually rekindle that fire. I tell you that you can rekindle that fire. It's so unfortunate that a whole lot of people have allowed their own fires to die down. But it shall not be yours. Your own case must be different. You can rekindle that love. I can tell you that whatever has caused the embers of that love to go down, it can be rekindled. Affection is something that you do consistently. You don't come hot today and go cold tomorrow. It's something that you continually fan the embers of affection. I am sure that before you guys said I do, a lot of affection was inside your relationship. You could hardly do without one another. You are always there in one another. You can always listen to one another. You can take counsels from one another. You can rekindle those things once again in your relationship. You can start again. I tell you, you can start again. Before I go further, I want you also to take a look once again. Click this red button, get subscribed into our channel. The channel is simply titled Marriage Without Tears Channel. As a matter of fact, Marriage Without Tears is a goal which every married couple should strive to achieve. You must try to attain it. It is possible. It can be done even in your own marriage. And as I go further, I also want to let you know that the people that you hobnob with, the people that are around you, the kind of people you will fellowship with, either adds to your marriage or, mars your marriage. Because the company you keep can make a major difference in the kind of walls, in the kind of atmosphere of your home. If you move around with failures, definitely at a certain point in time, you will also become a failure. But if you move around with successful people, if you move around with positive-minded people, if you move around with people that treat their spouses well, if you move around with people that adore their spouses, if you move around with people that are so joyful when they come home, when they get around their spouses, people that treasure their relationship, I can tell you gradually you will learn from them. And somehow it will seep into you. And you begin to look at your spouse with a heart of approval. The kind of people you move around is very, very important. If you are moving around with the wrong company that don't give a damn about the feelings of their spouses. I want you to, extricate yourself from such a relationship. Extricate yourself. Get away from such a relationship. It will not do you any good. But if you're moving around with joy for people, with exciting people, I can tell you that it will add value to your own emotions and your well-being. And you begin to look at your spouse with a heart of joy. Affectionate love can be rekindled, my dear friends. And I want you to actually begin to work at it. In the next edition of Marriage Without Tears, I'm going to talk about the passionate kind of love. The love that is born out of passion. Very, very important. And I want you to look forward to that very particular edition, even as I say, may God bless your marriage. May God bless your home. May God bless you. Thank you very much for keeping faith with this channel. Once again, before you check out, click this red button, get subscribed. I'm your marriage counselor, Felix Okege, and I say, have an awesome time.